crowd's going to be a big factor for us. Being at home, able to shoot free throws without being booed, able to hear calls out there. So I think that's the good part about it. But being home don't change nothing. They still have to perform.
You guys have been able to handle their pressure, it seems, especially last game. You got a turnover. What's been the key to handling that pressure?
Stay composed. The Knicks is a real, they're a good team. They switch almost everything, so it's kind of hard to go by your man. So you just gotta stay composed. Keep your composure. Don't let them speed you up, and do everything at your pace.
Have you seen a change in this series in terms of just the dislike between the two squads ramp up with each game?
I always wanted to say this. That's playoff basketball. I mean, before I got here, I heard these two teams was rivals, so you don't expect nothing less. But at the end of the day, it's basketball. I think everything should be left on the court. Nothing should be, escalated off the court. Like last game, at the end of the game, stuff like that shouldn't happen. So it's playoff basketball, though.
Think any carryover after that?
5 games, do you think you know what to expect pretty much? I mean, few surprises at this point.
Nah, ain't no surprises. At this point, I don't think either team like each other. We're all for our guys. They're for their guys. When people wear all black, and saying it's a funeral, a lot of us have people that died, in our own personal lives. So that's not really something funny. That's not really nothing to play with. You can say you're in the series at, in New York, but not, a funeral. So we know we don't like them. We know they don't like us.
Terrence, I know you asked this, you were there at the end of the game. Can you just tell us from your perspective, what happened at the end there after the game?
I don't know. I was there, yeah, but I don't really remember.
Come on.
I put it out of my mind. As you guys seen, I was trying to be the peacemaker. I grabbed Felton. I don't want that to escalate. So I don't really remember, to be honest. I don't know what happened.
Is that something, though, that inside the block, you guys have to kind of squash and say, let's just move past that and just leave it about basketball? Does that conversation have to take place or has taken place?
I don't know if it has or it hasn't, but I know that it doesn't really matter, At the end of the day, we're going to compete, If there's a fuel, there's going to be a fuel. If there's fuel to the fire with that, then it is what it is. But you don't really have to have that conversation because we ain't little kids. We're professionals. We're going to try to handle our job, every day.
It seemed like Doc Rivers was unbelievably fired up in Game 5. Could you just discuss, what type of energy he gave in the huddles? Real positive?
Doc always has energy. That's the best thing about him. That's what makes him the best coach. He always has energy. He can't have a down day, because even though Kev and Paul and Rondo, those are our leaders, he's our main leader. He's the president. Then we got the vice president, the secretary, the treasurers, all that. It goes down the line. So he has to have energy. And I think it was great. His game plan in the locker room, the speech he gave us about tightening the screws, everything. It was just great. And it worked.
Could you tell us a little more about the tightening the screws speech?
Nah, I can't really tell you a lot. But it was just, a form of every day we play these guys. Every day we practice. Every day we get, it's another day to get better. Just tighten the screw, and eventually it's going to be tightening and you're able to sell.
So they feeling
one
that?
thing you've really learned in the playoffs, playing in the playoffs here.
Is there one thing I learned?
Yeah.
Stay composed. You have to keep. You can tell a composed player than the player that's trying to rush everything. If you stay composed, wait 1 second on the pass or anything, certain things open up on the court.
Do you think that's why, Terrence, you've seen more playing time as this series has gone on?
I don't know. I mean,
because clearly you have. I mean, you've got a bigger role.
Yeah, when your name's called, you just try to, do what you can. And I just was fortunate enough to, do the right things when I was on the court. I don't know why I've gotten more playing time. I'm happy about it, don't get me wrong. But at the end of the day, if I didn't play at all today, I'd still be the same guy. You haven't seen a game where I don't cheer. I cheer as long as I've been here. So I'm just happy with whatever Doc is saying.
It seemed like in Game 5, you guys were playing